I now present to you Ms. Danielle Joseph.
Good morning, everybody. We're so excited that you could join us here today to kick off Haitian Heritage Month. It's really a pleasure that we could talk to you about I Want to Ride the Tap Tap. Olivier and I have a nice program set up for you this morning. I'm going to be reading from the book, and when I read from the book, I'm going to be sharing screen, so you're going to see the pages right in front of you, and there'll be some Haitian Creole sprinkled throughout there, and you'll get to see the words right there on your screen. Olivier is also going to talk to you about being an illustrator and some of his work. And before he does that, I'm going to share a quick PowerPoint with you that will just give you a little introduction to Haiti if you are not familiar, or just to give you a little taste of what this book is about. This is the cover of the book, I Want to Ride the Tap Tap. Olivier is a street artist in Haiti, and he did all the amazing pictures, and I wrote the words. This is Haiti, if you want to get a look of it. Very close to Miami there, about an hour and 15 minutes in a plane, and you can be in Haiti. This is the island of Hispaniola, and Haiti shares it with the Dominican Republic. There is a lot of different types of transportation in Haiti, so I'm just going to show you a few of them. This is one of the recent trips I took to Haiti with my family. My husband Del is from Haiti and my kids are Haitian, and so it's important that we travel back a lot to see the beautiful country. This is some donkeys right here. Donkeys are used a lot on the island because they can carry a lot and they're very trusty animals. If you take care of them, they will take care of you. Here's my son, Makai, and my nephew, and they're riding jet skis around the island. It is an island, so there's a lot of water. A lot of people have motorcycles in Haiti, so here are some motorcycles. Motorcycles are easy to get around in tough spots. There's a lot of mountain terrain, so a motorcycle will suit you well there. Here I am on a donkey on the Citadel, so I'm up high here and had a great day up there riding around the donkeys. And here's a lady also on a donkey, and you can carry a lot of stuff on a donkey if you're going out for the day or selling things in the side basket there. So I just wanted you to get a little feel for what it looks like. Miami is very flat, so this is a lot different. Here is my daughter Naya, and here is us at the beach. And you'll see those beautifully painted boats, and in Creole they're called canots, and they are designed similar to the tap taps with the paint and hand carved, and they are just beautiful. Another way to get around. Okay, a tap tap tour. Last time I was in Haiti, Olivier and I went around, and he took me on a tap tap tour of the city, which was amazing. Here are some beautifully painted tap taps. No two tap taps are alike because they are handcrafted by artisans, and then people ride around in them. So it's not your typical bus. So you can look at all the hard work that goes into tap taps. And here we are in front of a beautiful tap tap. This is a larger one, so it can fit more people, obviously. And we're inside the tap tap now. And if you ever wondered how it got the name Tap Tap, it's because if you want to get off, you take a coin out of your pocket and you tap it on the seat, and that lets the driver know you'd like to get off. So here we are inside, and you can see the beautiful artwork continues inside. This is a little bit more of Olivier's street art in Haiti. He does some beautiful work, and I think maybe he'll tell us a bit more about that in a minute. But this is one of his murals. Here we are in the mountains. Another way to get around is by foot. This is me and my family here, and we walked around there. So you can see how beautiful the landscape is. It really is a beautiful country. Now I'm going to hand it over to Olivier, and then I will read the story to you. So he's going to get a chance to tell us a little bit about his illustration, and you can see some of his work behind him.
Hi, I am Olivier Ganthier, so my artist name is Olivier, which is the nickname I came from my name. So I'm happy to be with you today and share, like my illustrations over this book and my work in general. And it was a really amazing experience when I get to illustrate this book. because I was born and raised in Haiti, and in my art, is particularly it's very colorful. It means a lot for me, and I use everywhere around us in Haiti. There's always colors. There's always like from people, and there's always everywhere in the streets. If you look at if we have the bank, uh, like the lottery bank, the taps, everything is colorful, and this also goes to people. They are very warmful people. They like hosting people they don't even know, and then sometimes it's a really good thing because when I'm doing my art and I've seen all this stuff like growing up, and it's really inspired me from what I'm spreading in my art. I like spreading positivity. I like spreading peace, love, happiness, and with the mix of all these colors, it's really perfect mix because each color means something, and each color can bring like a different emotion into you. So this is if you, I'm just gonna be since Daniel has been sharing my street art a little bit. I'm just gonna just share this a few more pictures of work that I've done before, and this way you can just be more familiar with with what I do. So okay, let me go. It's gonna take them. It's gonna take them online. Like here, by example, it's the I don't know if you see good. You see the screen. It's perfect. Yeah, it's here's this street art that I made. That I've made in Pétionville. Pétionville is a place like where I was born and I was born and raised, and the city means really a lot to me. And there's in Pétionville, there's kind of different type of people, from let's say dark skinned people, light skinned people, and and I like painting like when I use colors on the faces or on people that I draw. It's a way that I put emotions into them, and I put like more life than the skin than just the skin color. It's just I bring something different. It's just you don't look at them like as just being a black person or like a dark person or a white person. It's just being different type of person. Like he has a person that is showing up emotions, that's showing up that is showing up different life. And by example, this piece is one of my illustrations that I've made I was at the panel at participating at the panel at Yale University. We had we had this we're sharing. I did this live. And, sorry about this. So yes, so these are like a like I want to say a portfolio of my illustrations. So I mix my portraits with different characters that I've made. It's like a characters inspired by Black people, and also inspired by uh, Haitian people, like the Afro Asian culture that I've been into, and these are different type of characters, and also. I suppose this is like an old Asian lady that I've been drawing. over. And, and yes, so this was to give you an idea of my work. So let me just stop sharing this.
Danielle, you can take over the screen sharing if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Trying to figure it out.
Oliver, you have a question. At what age did you start your drawings?
Oh, I did start my drawings like since I was a kid. I grew up in my dad's studio. My dad is an artist, and then he always has been like a hobby or something that is very common, like from a childhood. Like drawing has been like something that is your, you know, in our daily life. We draw, like we paint, and he's always painting, he's always doing something. So it has been part of it. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Olivier. Okay, now we're going to share the book with you. I have it here up on the screen, and I'm going to read it to you, and you'll see all the pages. Okay, here's what's called the end papers, the beginning, where we have a great design of some tap-taps and some palm trees. And give me a second, we're having a little trouble loading. Okay, this is Claude, and he is the main character in the story, and he is waking up in the morning with his mom and dad. On Lendy morning, Claude and Mama walked Papa to the tap-tap stop. Where are you going? Claude asked a lady holding a basket. To the market to sell my mangoes. Bon bagay, Claude said. Can I go to the market, Mama? Bon bagay means like good stuff, so you're going to hear that a lot in this story. No, Claude, Mama said. You have to go to school. Claude waved goodbye to Papa. He dreamed of mangoes. On Madi, the tap-tap rolled down the mountain. Where are you going? Claude asked the man carrying a bucket and a pole. Fishing, the man replied. Bon bagay, Claude asked Mama. Can I catch some fish? No, Claude, it's a school day. Claude imagined reeling in the jumbo fish from Mama's gumbo. On Mercredi, Claude played with marbles while they waited for the tap-tap. Where are you going? Claude asked a woman balancing a tub of straw on her head. To make hats. Bon bagay, Claude pleaded. Can I go too? Mama sighed. Not today, Papa said. Claude wished he could weave a hat from Mama to shade her from the sun. Just like Miami, it's really hot in Haiti just about the whole year. On Jeudi, Claude spotted a man with a box of paints and a paintbrush waiting for the tap-tap. Where are you going? Claude asked. To paint a picture of the beach. Bon bagay, Claude jumped up and down. He looked at Mama. I know, not today. Claude wanted to paint a picture of his very own tap-tap. And you guys might recognize this guy over here. Looks a little like the illustrator. There's a lot of cool stuff in this book if you take a look at Olivier's illustrations. On Vendredi, a man banged on a steel drum. Ping, pling, ping, pling. Where are you going? Claude asked. To perform with my band, the man said. Bon bagay, Claude hummed to the music. Can I go see him play, please? Not today, Mama said. Claude stomped to the beat of the drum. He was missing all the fun. On Samedi, Claude woke up early. He felt sad. No tap-tap, no mangoes, no fishing, no weaving, no painting, no drumming. Only chores at home. On Dimanche morning after church, Papa said, let's go to the tap-tap stop. Why? Claude looked up at Papa. He saw a twinkle in Papa's eye. The tap-tap clanked to a halt. Welcome aboard, the driver said. Claude dashed inside. When the tap-tap turned left, Claude slid right. When the tap-tap turned right, Claude slid left. As the tap-tap bounced up and down the street, Claude asked, Papa, where are we going? You'll see, Papa said. Finally, the tap tap stopped. Papa stood up. We're here. Claude hurried off the tap tap and ran to the beachfront. Bon Bagay, look who's here, Claude shouted. The mango lady gave Claude a mango. Merci, he said. The fisherman called to Claude, hey, help me reel in this fish. Claude grabbed the pole and tugged hard. Would you like to make a hat? The hat lady asked. Yes, for my mother, Claude replied. The lady showed him how to weave the straw over and under, over and under. The artist asked Claude, would you like to paint? Yes, Claude beamed, my very own tap tap. Well, then let's get started, TPT. At the end of the day, Claude picked up his feet and danced to the beat of the drum. He clapped as the band played his favorite songs. Before Claude knew it, all his friends from the tap tap were swaying and sashaying. Papa took Mama's hand and spun her around. Ooh la la, Claude hollered, bon bagay. And that is the end of the story. And at the end of the book, there is a Haitian Creole glossary, like I mentioned, and a definition of the tap tap. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing the story and seeing all the beautiful pictures. Olivier and I had to work together. I wrote the story and then he got the story and then he had to come up with all the concepts for the pages. So it's a really cool collaboration with an author and illustrator because we actually don't talk about it while we're working on it. So it was such a surprise when I got to see the pictures. So I don't know if we'd like to take questions now, Sandra?
If anyone has any questions, there's a Q&A button at the bottom of your page. A few of you have already found that. You're welcome to ask any questions. I have a question, Danielle. How long does it take you to develop a book of this size?
I don't, yeah. For a picture book, it's not as easy as some people would think. In a picture book, you need less words. And so sometimes you have an idea and you write it out and then you have to kind of pare it down. Every word counts in a picture book. So I don't, sit down every day and work on it. I would work on it a bit and maybe work on something else and come back and let the ideas marinate. So it takes a little while, and it definitely takes a while for the whole book to be published. If you ever wonder about that process, it takes about 2 years from me writing it and then Olivier creating the pictures to it actually coming out as an actual book. So it's not something that happens overnight for sure.
The questions are coming in now. How old were you when you made the book?
How
We didn't
old was I?
mention when it was published.
The book was published December 29th of 2020, so not too long ago, the book came out. But if you ever want to know how old I was when I started writing, I can tell you that. Guess what? I was 6. These are my books from when I was in elementary school. These are my very first published book because they were published in my first grade classroom with Mrs. Peterson. And this is how really I truly got started and thought I wanted to be an author because I got to write my very own stories in her class. Back then I was an artist. Don't laugh, Olivier, my nice art back then, but I did, do the stuff myself. So, you can be a writer at any age. You can create these books in your house. So.
And here's a great follow-up question to that, Danielle. Liam wants to write his own book. He's 5. How does he get started and get published or find an illustrator? That's quite a loaded question.
Yeah, well, Liam, I'm so excited to hear that about you. So first, you want to start just like I did. Back then, we had to use typewriters, but you luckily won't have to. And back then, I couldn't write all this, so my teacher was the one who wrote what I wanted to say. And you can have an adult help you too. You can draw the pictures, and then you can tell an adult what you'd like to say and have it written in there. And you want to do a few drafts because I do have other drafts of this, and then you want to change a few things. So you just want to keep on writing, and you can write in a journal, little notebook, on a computer, anywhere you want. Just tell your stories, and that's really how you start becoming an author. Okay. And if you have a friend, if you want to collaborate with them, one of you can be the illustrator and the other can be the author, and it's a real fun project to work together.
Olivier, this question is for you. How long did it take you to complete your part of the project?
It actually took me, I can say 1 year, because with the back and forth, with you on the illustrations, and so it really take some time. But we were looking for something. We were looking to bring something different, and then that's why it took really some time of to get something that is gonna be myself, and also express what Daniel was expressing on the writing. So this was a really good part, and it has been not done, like the illustration hasn't been done in one place. I've been traveling and doing like different scenes at different locations. For example, some of the beach scenes, I've done them exactly by the beach watching the sunset or something like that. That has been like really a really fun ride, and also meeting with Daniel, hanging out, and we had a lot of fun doing that.
Excellent. I think I'm going to ask this question of both of you. Are you working on any other books now?
Yes, I have a novel coming out on November 1st. It's Sydney A. Frankel's Summer Mix-Up. That is a middle grade novel, and it's for ages 8 to 12. So hopefully you'll check that out. I also have several young adult novels. And then hopefully Olivier and I will do something again in the future, which would be a lot of fun.
That would be amazing. We could do something else. Yeah, actually, I'm working on mostly some personal projects in terms of like show like exhibitions, and also I have like a book projects with my girlfriend that we're working on, and I'm gonna to be doing the illustration. So, and yeah, as for now, that's it.
All right. And Danielle, Catherine Sober had asked, what is your favorite book?
Oh, that's always such a hard question. I have so many favorite books. But one author that I have loved since I was a little kid, and that was really my idol, was Judy Blume. She is amazing. Her work stands the test of time. I read her books when I was little, and now kids are still reading those same books. And then, her book, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, is being made into a movie. So she's definitely somebody that I really like. But there are just so many good books out there, and so many new authors. So I would be here all day, but thank you. That's a great question.
And a follow-up to that is, which is the favorite one that you've written, Danielle?
That's like picking my kids. That's a hard one. I do have a soft spot for my first book, Shrinking Violet, which was made into the Disney movie Radio Rebel, because it was my first book. It was my first introduction into publishing. So that definitely could be that. And then we have to give a shout out to Tap Tap, because there's nothing like working with someone else on a book and sharing the love for the book. So definitely Tap Tap.
All right. And this question is for Olivier. Do you have a social media displaying your art? If not, how can they see more of your work?
Okay, yeah, actually, I use social media a lot. Like I'm on Instagram. It's at Oligots, OLIGARDS. I can try to type it on the chat. And this is my the main social media that I use, and also you can have my website. It's oligaart.com, so you can see mostly what I'm doing, and what I because I work over different mediums and all the time, so it's really fun, like to join my page and you can see what I'm doing.
Okay, I've now shared that with all the attendees. All right, there is one more question in the chat, and that is, I believe it's to Danielle. Is that book good? I would like to see it. I would imagine they're talking about the last book you talked about, which was Shrinking Violet.
Oh, well, I hope it's good because I wrote it. You should definitely check it out. That book is for ages 12 and up, though. So I don't know, how old you are, but my first 3 novels are for young adults. So that's why they have the 12 and up rating on them. If you are younger than that, you can watch the movie Radio Rebel. That is a Disney movie. So as long as your parents, allow you to watch Disney, then people can also check that out if you're in the younger age. But they're very different, so it's a good compare and contrast.
Well, Danielle and Olivier, thank you so much for joining us this morning. This has been a wonderful book reading, as well as some history about Haiti, some information about art, and how to get started in writing and illustrating. We want to thank you for joining us this evening or this morning. We will be sending you a gift in the mail for joining us. For all of you who are on, we will be sending you a copy of the book, I Want to Ride the Tap Tap. Last night, I emailed you a coloring page to follow along with this morning. I was hoping to be able to share it in the chat, but I found out the hard way you can't do that with a webinar. However, what I do want to do is acknowledge one more time our sponsors for this event are National PTA, Office Depot, and Office Max. We have had some guests join us in the webinar. We had online, unfortunately, it looks like she had to go, our school board member, Luisa Santos. I know that she said that she was going to try to jump in to say hello, but she had another engagement this morning, as well as National PTA, Griso Barrios is joining us this morning to enjoy the book as well. Oh, a few more questions have come in. Oh, they are comments. Thank you. Thank you so much. Great event. I invite you to join us. We are trying to book one more author for May 22nd, but we have already booked for June 5th, Mr. Andrew Toffoli, who will be reading one of his books. So thank you all for joining us this morning. Any last comments from the panelists?
We just want to thank everyone for joining us this morning. It was great, to be here and to kick off, like I said, Haitian Heritage Month. And I know someone asked in the questions if we do school visits. Yes, we do school visits. So you can reach us both via our websites. And mine is daniellejoseph.com, and I'll let Olivier give his. But thank you so much also, Sandra, for organizing this. It's a great event. And if any kids do their color pages and want to share it, we would love to see some of your artwork and see what inspires you when you fill those out. So please try to find a way to share those with us, Sandra. That would be fun.
We definitely will. I emailed you last night the coloring pages. If you would please, I'm also going to email you a link to complete a follow-up survey for me. I would very much appreciate it. And have a great morning, everyone.